Yeah, we're one of the greatest, but what's next? What we doing again? We do it again. We have to do it again all the time. It's not like we're never comfortable. We just want to keep doing it.
What does it mean to be a mother?
It means everything. It's like a feeling that
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are diving into a story that sounds like it was written for a movie, but according to multiple sources, this is real life. We are talking about Stefon Diggs, we are talking about Cardi B, we are talking about the Super Bowl, and we are talking about millions of dollars in NFL contracts that may have just gone up in smoke because of a personal scandal. If you thought the drama between these two was over, if you thought the baby rumors and the family feuds were the end of it, buckle up, because the fallout is apparently costing them both the biggest opportunities of their careers. Let us start with Cardi B and the Super Bowl, because that is the massive elephant in the room. For years, fans have been campaigning for Cardi to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. She has the hits, she has the stage presence, she has the cultural impact. She is the perfect candidate to follow in the footsteps of Beyoncé, Rihanna, and Shakira. And according to industry insiders, 2026 was supposed to be her year. The conversations were happening. The deal was close to being signed. The NFL was reportedly ready to offer her the biggest contract they have ever given to a female hip-hop artist for the halftime show. It was hers to lose. But here is where Stefon Diggs comes in. As we have discussed in previous videos, there have been persistent rumors about a connection between Cardi and Stefon. Rumors about a baby, rumors about a relationship that overlapped with her marriage to Offset, rumors about paternity questions and family drama that got so messy Stefon's own mother allegedly got involved. Now, when the NFL considers someone for the Super Bowl halftime show, they do not just look at talent. They look at baggage. They look at controversy. They look at whether the artist can get through a 15-minute performance without the audience being distracted by off-field drama. And apparently, the Stefon Diggs situation created exactly the kind of distraction the NFL did not want. Sources close to the negotiations say that the NFL got cold feet when the Cardi-Stefon rumors reached a fever pitch. They were worried that if they announced Cardi as the halftime performer, the story would not be about her music. It would be about her personal life. It would be about Stefon Diggs. It would be about paternity tests and family feuds and drama that has nothing to do with football or entertainment. They wanted a clean narrative, and Cardi's narrative had become complicated. So they pulled the offer. They went in a different direction. And Cardi B lost the Super Bowl. Now let us talk about Stefon Diggs and why this is allegedly costing him his NFL contract. Stefon was up for a massive extension with his team. We are talking about a contract that could have guaranteed him $50 to $60 million over the next few years. He is still a top-tier wide receiver. When he is focused, he is unstoppable on the field. But NFL teams do not just pay for talent. They pay for reliability. They pay for players who will not become distractions. They pay for athletes who keep their personal lives personal so they can focus on winning games. According to reports, the team got wind of the extent of the Cardi B situation. They found out that Stefon might be entangled in a paternity dispute with one of the most famous women on the planet. They realized that this was not just a rumor that would die down. This was a potential years-long legal battle. This was a situation that could require him to miss games for court dates. This was a scandal that would put him on the front page of tabloids instead of the sports section. And in the NFL, distractions lose games. Distractions lose championships. And teams do not pay $50 million for distractions. So what happened? The contract talks stalled. The extension that was supposed to be a formality suddenly became complicated. The team started adding morality clauses. They started adding stipulations about off-field behavior. They started lowering the guaranteed money. And Stefon, reportedly, refused to sign. He felt disrespected. He felt like his personal life should not affect his professional value. But the team held firm. And now, instead of signing a massive extension, Stefon Diggs is looking at potentially being traded to a team that will pay him less, or worse, entering free agency with a damaged reputation that could cost him tens of millions of dollars. The irony here is brutal. If Stefon and Cardi had never crossed paths, or if they had handled their situation privately without letting it explode into public drama, both of them would be in a better position right now. Cardi would likely be preparing for the biggest performance of her life at the Super Bowl. Stefon would be signing a contract that sets his family up for generations. Instead, they are both dealing with the consequences of a scandal that neither of them can fully control. Let us break down the business of why this matters so much. The Super Bowl halftime show is not just a concert. It is a career-defining moment. It is the kind of performance that introduces you to 100 million people who might not know your music. It is the kind of validation that cements your legacy. For Cardi, who has been fighting to prove she is more than just a reality TV star turned rapper, the Super Bowl would have been her coronation. It would have silenced every hater who says she is not on the level of the greats. And losing it because of personal drama, especially drama involving an NFL player, has to be devastating. For Stefon, the NFL contract is about security. Football is a violent sport. Careers are short. You have to make your money while you can. When you are in your prime, you have to secure the bag because you do not know when an injury could end everything. By letting the situation with Cardi affect his negotiating position, Stefon is potentially costing himself generational wealth. He is potentially costing himself the security that would allow him to play without worrying about his next paycheck. And for what? For a situation that, according to rumors, he is not even fully claiming responsibility for. The ripple effects are being felt across both industries. In the music industry, artists are looking at Cardi's situation as a cautionary tale. They are seeing that the NFL is not playing around when it comes to clean images. They are realizing that personal drama can cost you corporate partnerships, can cost you the biggest stages, can cost you the validation that comes from being chosen by mainstream institutions like the NFL. Cardi has always been proud of being authentic, of being messy, of being real. But authenticity has a price, and that price might be the Super Bowl. In the NFL, players are watching Stefon's situation and realizing that the old rules about separating personal and professional lives are stricter than ever. Teams have access to social media. They have access to gossip blogs. They have investigators who look into your personal life before they commit millions of dollars to you. If you are involved in a scandal, especially one that involves potential legal battles and paternity questions, teams will find out. And they will use it against you at the negotiating table. There is also the question of the relationship between the two of them now. If these rumors are true, if they really did have a connection that resulted in a baby and a family feud, what is their relationship like now? Are they speaking? Are they fighting? Are they trying to co-parent? Or is the situation so toxic that they cannot even be in the same room? Because if they cannot coexist peacefully, that affects both of their careers. Cardi cannot have Stefon showing up at her events causing drama. Stefon cannot have Cardi's fans harassing him online while he is trying to focus on football. The personal has become professional, and the professional has become very expensive. The media coverage of this has been intense. Every sports outlet is talking about Stefon's contract situation. Every entertainment outlet is talking about Cardi losing the Super Bowl. And the overlap between sports and entertainment media means that this story is everywhere. You cannot escape it. It is on ESPN, it is on TMZ, it is on sports talk radio, it is on hip-hop blogs. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone is taking sides. And the pressure on both of them is immense. What makes this story so compelling is that it is a perfect storm of two powerful industries colliding. The NFL is the most dominant force in American sports. Hip-hop is the most dominant force in American culture. When a football player and a rapper get entangled in a scandal, the whole culture feels it. It is not just gossip. It is a reflection of how we view fame, success, and responsibility. It is a reflection of how quickly fortunes can change when personal decisions become public spectacles. There is also the racial aspect that cannot be ignored. Both Cardi and Stefon are Black celebrities who have reached the pinnacle of their respective fields. And both of them are being judged by institutions, the NFL, and the corporate music industry that have historically been critical of Black artists and athletes who do not conform to respectability politics. The NFL did not want Cardi's drama. The NFL team did not want Stefon's drama. And while white celebrities have personal scandals all the time without losing opportunities, Cardi and Stefon are paying a steep price. That double standard is real, and it is part of the story. Looking forward, what happens next? For Cardi, she needs to rebuild. She needs to show the NFL that she is worth the risk. She needs to release her album, have a successful tour, prove that she can dominate the culture without the baggage. She needs to make the NFL regret their decision so that when the next Super Bowl conversation happens, she is undeniable. She has to be so big, so successful, so clean that they have no choice but to book her. For Stefon, he needs to get his contract situation sorted. He needs to either swallow his pride and sign the deal with the morality clauses, or he needs to have a season so incredible that another team is willing to pay him what he is worth despite the drama. He needs to prove that he can separate his personal life from his performance on the field. He needs to show up, play hard, score touchdowns, and let the business side work itself out. As for their relationship, whatever it is, they need to figure out how to coexist for the sake of the child involved. If there is a baby, that baby deserves parents who can navigate this situation without destroying each other's careers. They need to get lawyers, get mediators, get therapists, whatever it takes to create a stable environment. Because the current situation is not working for anyone. It is costing Cardi her dreams. It is costing Stefon his money. And it is creating a toxic environment for an innocent child. In conclusion, this story is a reminder that in the modern era, there is no such thing as a private life for a public figure. Everything is content. Everything is a liability. Everything can be used against you when money is on the line. Stefon Diggs and Cardi B both had everything within their grasp. The Super Bowl, the massive contract, the validation of being the best in their fields. And now, because of a personal entanglement that became public, both of those opportunities are in jeopardy. To Cardi, we hope you get your Super Bowl moment eventually. You deserve it. Your talent deserves it. Do not let this stop you. To Stefon, we hope you get your bag. You have worked your whole life for this contract. Do not let personal drama cost you your legacy. And to everyone watching, let this be a lesson. Protect your energy. Protect your reputation. Protect your bag. Because once the opportunities are gone, they are hard to get back. Thank you for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you think about this situation. Do you believe the rumors? Do you think Cardi will ever get the Super Bowl? Do you think Stefon will get his contract? Let's talk about it. Peace out.